This time, I'd like to have a good chat with all of you about a magnificent invention conceived and designed by a military genius. This ingenious and grand creation is none other than the aircraft carrier. As a mobile airbase capable of unleashing a large number of fighter bombers against the enemy at any moment, can you think of anything cooler than this warship? Hello, dear viewers. To be honest, there might indeed be something even more impressive or powerful out there. However, when it comes to the realm of various weapons, the aircraft carrier leaves an overwhelmingly striking impression at first glance. Regardless, if you're curious or deeply interested in military technology, watching this video will certainly not disappoint you. Here at the Military Technology channel, I'm going to introduce you to a few aircraft carriers that are incredibly powerful, packed with cutting-edge technology, and undeniably stylish. So, let's not waste another minute and dive right into it. Speaking of the Enterprise, it's not just the famous spaceship from the fan-favorite TV series Star Trek. It's also the official name of the world's first nuclear-powered aircraft carrier. The Enterprise officially entered active service in 1961 and might well be considered one of the most meticulously crafted and perfected ships in human history. This vessel is almost like a self-sustaining independent city. When fully fueled, it can sail continuously for nearly 13 years, covering a total distance of over 1 million kilometers. To put that into perspective, if the sun were made of water, that distance would be enough to circle it completely. Measuring 343 meters in length, the Enterprise ranks among the largest warships ever built by humanity. Throughout its service, it embarked on a long and illustrious combat journey, participating in major conflicts such as the naval blockade during the 1962 Cuban Missile Crisis, the Vietnam War, and later operations like Desert Storm. Unfortunately, due to its exorbitant construction costs, although plans initially called for at least 5 more ships of the same class, none were ultimately realized. The Enterprise concluded its service and was honorably decommissioned in 2017. The Nimitz-class nuclear-powered aircraft carrier can be seen as an upgraded and refined version of the Enterprise, with some redesigns based on the original blueprint. Unlike the Enterprise class, which planned for 6 ships but completed only 1, all the Nimitz-class ships in the plan were successfully built. The lead ship entered service in 1975, while the final 10th ship, the George H.W. Bush, joined the fleet in 2009. Meaning the construction project spanned an impressive 34 years from start to finish. The Nimitz class once competed with the Enterprise for the title of the world's largest warship, though its hull length of 332 meters is slightly shorter than the Enterprise. Its displacement is more substantial, ranging from 101,600 to 106,300 tons, compared to the Enterprise's 73,000 to 93,000 tons. The Nimitz class can carry various military aircraft and even heavy ground equipment like tanks. It has been deployed in numerous modern military conflicts, including the Iraq War and operations in the former Yugoslavia. Unlike the Enterprise, which retired due to aging machinery, the Nimitz class remains actively in service with the U.S. Navy. The aircraft carrier Gerald R. Ford, as of now, is arguably the most technologically advanced of all carriers. Construction began in 2009, and it was officially commissioned into the U.S. Navy in 2017. Currently, only 1 ship of the Gerald R. Ford class has been completed, though the overall plan calls for 10, with the final one expected to enter service in 2058. As the new Gerald R. Ford class ships gradually enter service, the older Nimitz class will be phased out accordingly. Beyond its awe-inspiring and unmatched cutting-edge technology, the Gerald R. Ford showcases remarkable innovations. For instance, it's the first nuclear-powered carrier that doesn't require refueling throughout its entire service life. The fuel rods inside are specially designed to support a core with a 50-year operational lifespan. Additionally, the steam-powered catapult system used for launching aircraft has been fully upgraded to a next-generation electromagnetic catapult. This carrier can accommodate up to 90 aircraft on its deck and hangar. On top of that, this latest U.S. Navy carrier is equipped with advanced radar systems, a new nuclear reactor, and improved gear for enhanced coordination with other ships. Better yet, it requires a leaner crew than the Nimitz class and isn't as staggeringly expensive to build as the Enterprise. In this ranking, about half of the list is dominated by US nuclear-powered aircraft carriers, and these giants are truly astonishing. However, let's not forget that other nations also boast impressive carriers. Take France, for example, with its standout vessel, the Charles de Gaulle. Today, this warship is regarded as one of the few carriers worldwide with exceptional combat capability and performance. The Charles de Gaulle is the first nuclear-powered aircraft carrier built outside the US and the largest ship ever constructed in French shipbuilding history. The idea for this ship emerged in the early 1980s, though construction didn't begin until 1989. 5 years later, in 1994, it was launched under the watch of then French President François Mitterrand. This French carrier can safely land aircraft even in fierce level 6 sea storms and easily house an entire Marine Corps-sized force. It also incorporates stealth features, such as a unique light-absorbing coating on its exterior. The Charles de Gaulle has been deployed in various military operations, including combat missions against terrorist groups in Syria and Libya, proving that the US isn't the only nation shining in the carrier domain. According to official Soviet military doctrine at the time, they claimed to have abandoned the practice of launching offensive wars. Compared to so-called belligerent capitalist nations, they theoretically didn't need carriers built specifically for attack purposes. Whether this aligns with reality, we'll leave uncommented for now. Nevertheless, the Soviets still pursued the development of aircraft-capable ships, officially classifying them as cruisers. Among these, the most notable is what's now called the Admiral Kuznetsov. What does "now" mean here? Well, this ship has undergone multiple name changes. Initially planned as the Soviet Union, it was later renamed Riga, then changed to honor the late Soviet General Secretary Leonid Brezhnev, followed by Tbilisi, before finally being named after Admiral Kuznetsov, a World War II Soviet Navy leader upon its commissioning in 1990. The name also carries a hint of rivalry with the US's Nimitz carriers. After the Soviet Union's collapse, ownership of the Kuznetsov sparked fierce debate between Ukraine and Russia. Today, it's recognized as the flagship of the Russian Navy. Though showing signs of age, it remains one of the world's largest and most iconic carriers. Currently, the Queen Elizabeth-class aircraft carrier might be the newest and most recently commissioned of all carriers. Designed to replace the aging Invincible-class light carriers, this next-generation class saw its two sister ships enter service in 2017. Compared to other carriers with decades of service, the British carrier is practically a youngster. Its advanced power systems can generate enough electricity to sustain a small to medium-sized city. Plus, its weapons and air forces pack enough punch to wipe that city off the map. A description that sounds like a dark joke. Initially, the lead ship, Queen Elizabeth, was slated to serve as a helicopter carrier for 3 years before being sold to another nation, while the second ship, Prince of Wales, wasn't expected to have an operational air wing until the UK acquired new fighters. However, those plans were later scrapped entirely. No one intends to sell the Queen Elizabeth now, perhaps because it's just too cool and majestic to let go. It looks like our ranking is coming to an end. Thank you all for sticking around. I really appreciate your patience. If you like this content, I will be very happy. Deep down, I believe that these wonderful and destructive warships should mainly serve the purpose of protecting peace, not destroying peace. I really hope they will maintain that purpose in the future. To help us continue to create the most interesting and exciting content, please like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out on other interesting and exciting videos. Goodbye, and see you again.